Most of President-elect Donald Trump's cabinet picks are expected to be easily confirmed by a Republican-controlled Senate. But that doesn't mean there won't be political fireworks. Before Senate votes can take place, there are sure to be a number of contentious Senate hearings. Here are some of the top issues that will provide the sparks. First, there's Secretary of State pick Rex Tillerson, former CEO and 40-some-year veteran of ExxonMobil, who's preparing to be grilled about his relationship with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Tillerson made a name for himself negotiating with Russia and other oil-rich countries throughout his career. And he was awarded Russia's Order of Friendship after striking a major deal in 2011, something that has given senators on both sides of the aisle pause.
I don't know what Mr. Tillerson's relationship with Vladimir Putin was, but I'll tell you, it is a matter of concern to me.
Another thing that's likely to come up, Tillerson's financial interests. The businessman is in line to receive a $180 million retirement package from Exxon. And having spent his entire career at the oil company, senators will probably probe him on where his loyalty lies. Next, there's Alabama Senator Jeff Sessions, Trump's pick for Attorney General. Sessions is likely to be pressed about his record on racial issues and accusations that he's made racist remarks in the past, which ultimately sank his nomination for a federal court judgeship 3 decades ago. Sessions could also face questions over his hardline immigration stance, his anti-abortion views, and his support of strict voter ID laws. Civil rights groups like the NAACP are already protesting the senator's nomination, calling it, quote, deeply troubling and supportive of a, quote, old ugly history. But Sessions' allies say he's spent his entire career fighting for equality and justice, pointing to his record going after disparities in drug sentencing as an example. Treasury Secretary nominee Steven Mnuchin, also under fire by liberal groups, will surely be asked about his history and record in banking.
Mnuchin made millions after his bank foreclosed on homeowners.
Mnuchin bought One West Bank, formerly known as IndyMac, with other investors during the height of the financial crisis, overseeing thousands of foreclosures before selling the bank to CIT. One West is currently under civil investigation for loan servicing practices. Mnuchin's defense of the investment on CNBC could be a preview of coming attractions at his hearing.
All the loans that we unfortunately had to foreclose on, we didn't originate those. Those were IndyMac loans.
Right.
And the deal, when we merged with CIT, was the first bank deal to be approved post-Dodd-Frank over $50 billion.
Mnuchin also spent 17 years at Goldman Sachs, and even though he left the firm in 2002, he's associated with the bank which played a role in the financial crisis. Georgia Congressman and former orthopedic surgeon Tom Price, tapped to head the Department of Health and Human Services, has played an influential role in shaping health legislation, and that has brought up concerns about conflicts of interest. While sponsoring and co-sponsoring dozens of health-related bills in the House over the past few years, Price bought and sold stock in about 40 healthcare, pharmaceutical, and biomedical companies. That's according to filings he's made since 2012. Price is sure to face questions about whether or not he had non-public insider information that could have impacted stock prices while making those trades. Price will also be pressed on his ties to the healthcare industry as a whole, which has given him millions of dollars in campaign donations, according to the Center for Responsive Politics. These hearings are scheduled as early as January 11th.